Shutdown's over, at least for now, but the president insists he is not going to back down on his demand for a border wall. What do you think the likelihood is that we see another shutdown in 3 weeks?
I'd say no more than 20%, Alexis. I think the chances are quite slim. It was a debacle. I don't think Republicans on Capitol Hill would back another shutdown. So he's got to go to Plan B. I'm assuming it would be a national emergency and using executive authority. But Plan A, the shutdown, I think that's unlikely.
So, Greg, I mean, look, it's pretty clear the president lost this fight. Looks like the economy lost, too. There are estimates of anywhere from $6 to $26 billion slashed from the economy over the last month or so. Was this just a glitch, as Larry Kudlow said last week? Will the economy snap back right away?
Theoretically, yes, but you don't know that for sure. We've got a really bitter stretch of cold weather coming, as you know. We've had the shutdown for over a month. So the first quarter GDP number is going to be terrible, probably 1%. I've heard some numbers even lower. But since the shutdown is over, there is hope that there's a snapback by March, April. Maybe yes, maybe no. But I do think this has done some real damage to the economy.
What about the damage it has done for Trump's re-election bid for 2020?
Yeah. Well, over the weekend, there was speculation, as I'm sure you know, about a challenge to Trump in his own party. I think that would be suicidal. I don't think there's anyone, whether it's Kasich or Romney, I don't see anyone who could take him out for the nomination. But the mere fact that people are talking about it indicates how badly he's been weakened. And I think for all, like, 97 Democrats who are planning to run, they now see an opening.
I want to get back to Wall Street for a moment and companies. How can companies plan around all this uncertainty regarding the government? Is there any way to really know what's next?
Well, they can't very well. And there's another problem, and that, of course, is trade. I mean, the tariff war with China is still on. We have talks this week, but I don't think they're going to lead to any agreement. We're a long way away from a final agreement. I think deadlines will have to be extended. So there's two big uncertainties now, the trade uncertainty and the threat, however distant, that there could be a second shutdown.
You know, investors seem to shrug off this latest shutdown by and large. If we get another one, do you think that we're going to see a larger impact on Wall Street?
Could be. And I hate to be gloomy this morning, but there's still another budget fight looming. That's the debt ceiling. No one's talked about this because we've been obsessed with the shutdown. But the debt ceiling is hit in late March. I think Mnuchin will have enough tricks up his sleeve to keep the government operating into the early summer. But then there's this huge fight over whether you're actually going to extend the debt ceiling, fund the government. So these uncertainties, I'm afraid, are going to persist.
And Greg, this week we've got the Federal Reserve meeting. Curious to get your thoughts on what you expect Fed and company to do regarding interest rates this year.
Yeah, I'm going to look carefully at the statement. It seems like Chairman Powell has to revise things he says at press conferences. I think the statement will be the definitive view from the entire board at the FOMC. And my guess is they'll talk about some headwinds from the shutdown, from trade, from weather. And I think the overall impression the markets will get after the Fed meeting is over is that they're on the sidelines for months to come.
Greg Valliere over at Horizon Investments in D.C. Great to see you. Thanks so much.
All right.